Hey guys, I'm Janky and welcome back to the Rollout Reviews. It has been way too long since we did one of these videos, and to be frank, I miss it. So, in other words, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Generation 2 Cloud Cover. I wish I could show you the box because it is beautiful, and so is this figure's color palette. It's so loud and bright and in direct contrast to the usual Decepticon color schemes. I really dig the blue and the black and yellow checkered pattern. The details on this figure are really great, and is also the SEEKER mold from the War for Cybertron Earthrise line of figures. Perfectly chunky and brutish, with panel lining that wouldn't, couldn't, and shouldn't lie. And yet you get peaks here and there of sleekness. The bulk goes great with his yelling face, and his yelling face goes great with those bright red eyes, which you cannot see in this lighting. All of this to say the figure looks great. In terms of posing, nothing on this guy goes that deep, but it's enough to get some pretty neat poses out of him, especially if you have a posable figure stand for those flight poses. You do get about 90 or above 90 at the knee. This guy can definitely look up. As per usual with SEEKER molds, you get a pair of null rays, which look standard, but they look pretty good with the figure. Alright, now I'm going to transform this figure, unfiltered. You guys are just going to watch me do this. So, here we go. YouTube Cloud Cover. Man, okay. Why am I forgetting what to do? The second I get on camera. Okay. You want to flip these wings out. Okay. I think my favorite part of this transformation has to be the legs, because of the way that they can press, and you can already see how sleek this you can already see how sleek this guy is gonna look. But yeah, I've had this figure for a while, about 2 years, and he's usually one of the first I pick up if I'm looking to mess with a figure, aside from a figure I just got recently and will do a review of, which I just want to collapse these arms. It's been quite a while since we did one of these videos. I hope you guys do enjoy them, because I do. They were a lot of fun, always a lot of work to get out though. Take this. It's not going to be a very in-depth transformation sequence or video for that matter. I'm just looking to make something entertaining, fun, but something also nice, informative. I kind of just want to share my thoughts on my figures. You close these up over the crotch panel. Then you can push these down, leaving gaps, filling out the rest of the plane. Then come over here, put your null rays on, and there is the jet. The transformation on this guy is so fun and satisfying. My only qualm with it though is that every time I transform it, this wing wants to pop off. I don't know why. I guess there's an extra bit of plastic within this peg. So it just kind of wants to come off every time I move it, but other than that, it's pretty good. Jet mode is so sleek and pleasing to the eye, especially with this paint job. Pixely camo with the darker and lighter shades of blue. He looks blueberry flavored, and all that blue with the G2 purple Decepticon insignia. Oh my god. The panel work on here is nice and realistic looking. Clear blue cockpit looks like candy, and I just love these big ass thrusters on the back. I bet this guy moves fast as fuck. You can of course put the Norways back on in multiple places, like the forearms, and I'm not sure if this one is quite made for it, but I think so, because same as the port, there's one on the side of the legs, but I prefer the tried and true classic right here on the wings. But even the undercarriage isn't that bad, just your typical Seeker. I just realized he has a hidden flight stand. I never noticed that. That is so fucking cool. Oh my god. You learn something new every day. And what do you know, he looks great in the air. But if you don't have a flight stand, this is what you could do. So yeah, the vehicle mode is great for a mainline figure. The figure as a whole is great. And I'm not going to stretch for complaints because, for me, there aren't many to be had. But if I had to, I would needlessly complain about this skirt flap for about 2 minutes of the video. The plastic feels nice and sturdy. The figure is solid in all of the joints. Transformation is so satisfying and fun. My only real complaint is that the posing is kind of limited. So, overall, I give this guy a... Alright, so, hey, channel update. Basically, I'm not able to edit a lot. So you might have noticed that this video is very bare bones and fairly quick. I do want to make videos still. There's a lot going on, but I need to make it work for myself and make it more manageable for my everyday life because, you know, I have a job, but I still love doing this, and I have since I was a kid, and what better way to do it than to talk about my special interest of years and years and years. So, hopefully you guys understand where the channel is going. Things, editing-wise, are going to slow down. There might not be as much gaming, but we are going to talk about the coolest figures of all fucking time on my channel quite often. And I can't wait to get back into that. I've been having a great time just messing with these. As I said, I pick up this guy like every once in a while. Like, he's one of my go-tos. So, yeah.